Welcome to the Fix Your Problems podcast. My name is Frikki,
My name is Hjalti.
and we're going to read a nice little Bible quote.
We forgot to do one last time because we had a little interview,
Yeah.
which went fucking well. I fucking love that. But let's get into the Bible quote.
Hell yeah.
Romans chapter 8, verse 6. The mind governed by the flesh is death, but the mind governed by the spirit is life and peace. I see that as like, if you're the one always trying to control your mind and only governing it with no belief behind it, that means death. But if you believe it in spirit, it is life and peace, as in you let God guide your thoughts and guide your mind and help you out in life. And that's what gives you peace. That's how I see that.
Kind of relates to like being a super materialist, if you're just like,
Yes.
I am the only one in the universe that matters.
Yes.
I don't know. It's nice to have a higher power.
Yes.
But if you think God is gay, that's cool also. It's all right.
That's all right. You do whatever you think, whatever is best for you, brother.
Speaking about the gays, we're going to get into a story. I sent Hjalti this story yesterday. I got a little mad. We're not like hating on gay people. That's
Some Icelandic news time.
Yeah, so right off the bat, the title here is shouldn't have called the 78 Association a pedophile advocacy group.
Yeah, for those who don't know, the 78 group is like an Icelandic gay rights group in the city.
Yeah, well, let's quote directly Páll Óskar, who is the most famous gay guy in Iceland.
Mm-hmm.
He's a pop star in Iceland, very famous, great guy.
He does make his old songs are pretty good. I like his first and second album.
I like this is not a direct quote, but I remember him talking about this. Like back in the day, the 78 Association used to be fighting for gay rights.
Yeah.
And then they got all the rights.
Yeah.
So what do we do now? Now the association has turned into we have to find victimhood in anything and try to exploit more rights out of the state, get other things, and they turned into obviously nowadays there's a lot more trans stuff, non-binary, a billion genders, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, they were also making flyers for schools, like for school children and stuff like that.
I mean, talking about that, because I have a very close friend who is a trans, so this kind of topic is very close to me because I don't think like trans people are like all crazy. I think it's a little harder of way of life if this is what you choose.
Yeah.
But I love all my friends and family, and I wish them well if they are trans. But this group, this is the same thing that we talked about a lot. In any sort of big organization, pedophiles and psychopaths are
They're bound to attract to it.
Yeah,
especially when there's kids involved and stuff like that. Always some weird people always get involved. It's a
100%.
pattern that it just repeats itself.
It just happens too much to be like, oh, it's just a coincidence.
Yeah.
I mean, now a lot of the Epstein files are out. I'm gonna ask Hjalti more about that later because he's definitely been reading them more than me, and it's
Horrible. It's fucking horrible.
Our old president was in there. I mean, a lot of people.
Yeah, it's fucking horrible. Fuck that
Even-
shit.
Just to mention a little like tidbit, like yesterday I was at work and I work in like homes with disabled people, and so there's a lot of like people that work there that are either my same age or like way older, like 40s, and I really like that because it's interesting, especially now because I'm having children. I like to ask them about like how it was having children for them, and this is something she mentioned. She was like, "Oh, I love Dr. Phil, man. If I could just have a Dr. Phil in my life would be perfect." And I was,
Send him to the ranch.
exactly. I was like, yeah, you should probably not be so. So Dr. Phil, like, I don't know exactly what the ranches are called, but we're gonna use Bad Baby as an example. She was one of the victims of this. He used to do this a lot, where troubled teens would go on the show, and their parents would be like, "Can you do something to make her stop, doing drugs or whatever?" And Dr. Phil and Oprah Winfrey, this is like direct connection with them. They would send a lot of these kids to camps and ranches that were run by organizations that are like, let's say, Save the Children, stuff like this.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times there would be pedophiles working there.
Yeah.
And even, if you want to get real deep, like the trafficking thing, where let's take like Boys Town, for example, where a lot of the children that went there were targeted by pedophiles and then trafficked around the country with like billionaires on jets and shit.
Yeah.
I don't think Bad Baby was in there, but she was, she was abused in one of those camps, and her life is, I mean, that poor girl, And this happens to a lot of people. So the Dr. Phil show is not something that I enjoy. Like, and Joe Rogan doesn't ask him about this when he goes on his show. Not even no mention. But people forget about this. But let's get into the story here that happened in Iceland. So, Hjalti, Friðgeir Sveinsson has been convicted of hate speech for comments he made about trans people and the Association 78. So he called trans people mentally ill and wrote on Facebook that the Association 78 was a pedophile lobby group that indoctrinated children with pervertism. So, I mean, it's not nice to say trans people are mentally ill. That's not nice.
No. I think he did like 5 or 6 posts in a row. He was obviously going a little crazy there. But at the same time, I don't think nobody should go to jail or be sued for something they say online. There's a bunch of crazy people online that say stupid, crazy shit all the damn time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, come on. Like, really? Like, even the trans people, they be going crazy sometimes, or the full leftists calling, like, all right people crazy. Like, if you read any, like, news comments out of any side, it's all crazy-ass motherfuckers in there.
I mean, all the news are saying crazy things about, like, Trump and other presidents and shit like that.
Yeah. Are we really nitpicking here and we're only defending one group? Like, it's... I don't know. I don't like it.
So Friðgeir, his sentence, he was ordered to pay a fine of 200,000 króna, which is about $2,000, to the treasury within 4 weeks of the verdict, or face 14 days in prison, which is wild. You can go to jail for 14 days if you do this. And it's very interesting. His defense attorney was Arnar Þór Jónsson, a former presidential candidate. And it's funny enough, he's the presidential candidate that I voted for.
You did?
I did. I kind of just liked how he spoke. I enjoyed him. I don't know much about his character, so he might be a bad guy. I don't know.
I think he is overall pretty good. I didn't vote for him because I kind of knew he wouldn't get the votes needed to become president. So I was like, okay, there's going to be 2. It was either 2 people I felt like were really going to get all the votes, which then did. Yeah. So I voted for the one that I kind of liked more of those 2.
Was it Halla or was he there? Okay. So like our current president is Halla Tómasdóttir, I think. Mm-hmm. And I mean, say what you want about her. She has a big connection to the WEF. She worked on Wall Street in the U.S. So she has like a big tie to the U.S., which I enjoy that more than if we got a president that's like super connected to Brussels and like the European Union.
Yeah.
I feel like that would be worse.
Yeah, she's connected to some American businesses, and I mean, she worked with the Virgin Atlantic guy. At least they're good friends. At least I'm not sure she worked directly with them, but they're very good friends.
Epstein files a lot.
Yeah,
what's his face?
But I mean, apparently, if you were cool, you knew him back in the day. Which I was just like, come on, really? Like I know a business guy. He's been really pretty high up since the early 2000s. He has no connections to Epstein. It does not want to be ever near that. Like he kept on to his like actually fucking manhood, you know what I mean? Like actually I think this was last year. He had I don't know if I can say this, but he had a meeting with Bill Gates last year.
Yo, fucking Bill Gates.
And this guy, he said, Bill, why don't you have any security? I could technically kill you right now. And Bill took it as a threat, not as like, well, Bill should have more security because people really don't like him.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he was just calling that out. He was like, yo, like, why don't you have more security or something? Like technically anyone could be here and be trying to kill you. Bill took that as a threat, like, full on, which I'm like, good on you, brother. That's fucking beautiful.
I mean, Bill Gates is like a weaselly little fucking
hate him.
Both of us could beat him up. Anyone watching this could beat Bill Gates up.
Yeah, and him and Epstein talking about making simulated like pandemics.
Oh yeah.
And talking about that sort of stuff, and the stuff he wants to do is like, that guy should be in jail.
I mean, this stuff about the Epstein files that like is like I was right about like things that I heard in 2020 where like they were saying like even Epstein had like ties to this global pandemic. Mm-hmm. He was part of the, maybe not a big part of the planning, but there's a lot of like emails you could read of him like, this would be a good course of action, shit like that.
Yeah.
And I mean, no, we all went through that shit.
Yeah, but I mean, one thing in the Epstein files, they said that 10th of February 2026, World War III would start. We're now on the 10th.
Fuck, that's today. Yeah, recording this.
Well, on the 8th, that's when they said it would happen. And I was in New York at the time, and I was like, yo, that would be wild. While out here, something fucking crazy happens. Nothing did, luckily enough. But I mean,
shit, man. They
didn't release all the files. They released half the files. It was supposed to be 6 million files. They released about 3 million.
6 million? They picked that number?
6 million.
I was just watching a movie it's all right. It's called Nuremberg.
Okay.
So it's in
About the Nuremberg trials.
Of course, yeah. And it's funny enough that this happens a lot in Iceland. So it was released last year in the U.S. in November, and it's in theaters now in Iceland.
Yeah.
Like very late. So I've
Sometimes
already
we
watched
get
it.
shit late.
And it's a lot of times it's those big movies that are kind of also B movies. Like this movie has a ton of great actors. Like Russell Crowe as Goering is awesome. He's great at it. But this movie is it's just a propaganda movie.
Yeah.
Like, even though if all of this is true, great, it's still a propaganda movie. It's like, look at how bad these people were. Don't forget all the Jews. Just focus on this.
Yeah.
So
even I was watching a panel of some Israeli, I don't remember, like some Israeli people. And then on the panel they said, "Oh, we have to make sure when they write this in the history books, they talk about what the Palestinians did to us, and that they don't write much about Gaza." It was like, really, you guys are trying to control history in the sense that we're not, like, our future kids are not supposed to learn about what you guys were doing in Gaza for years, even before that attack happened. Like, really? Yeah. And they're like, yeah, we need to make sure. It's like, fuck off.
I want to be at one of these, like, these events where, I mean, I don't remember what that Jewish woman name was, that she was, like, on a panel and explaining, like, you American Jews, you have to do this to protect Israel. Like,
I've seen that, yeah.
Just speaking to, like, thousands of people, like, this is what we have to do. We have to keep this propaganda going.
That's because the Israelis, they hide behind the Jewish gods. You know what I mean? Like it's that they're Zionists. They don't believe in what the Jews believe in. Like, not fully. They're maybe related to their religion, but the Zionists are way different. They are all about world domination, Baal, and like horrible shit. And they say that. They say that you American Jews need to act a certain way to us look good.
It's crazy, dude.
What the fuck? Like, when we have people like that in power, that they make us make, I don't even know what I'm trying to say now.
Yeah.
Like, this topic gets me heated, and I don't like it.
I want to mention like one thing. Let's just get off this topic after that. But this is something that Kurt Metzger has said a lot, and even David Icke. Anti-Semitism is Israel's greatest power.
Yeah.
And like this is not like something to like hate on Israel. I'm just saying it as like a matter of fact that you could like read comments from Netanyahu saying this in different words, that we need anti-Semitism to have more power in the world.
Yeah.
We have to make sure that it seems that a lot of people are hating on Jews. Like even the Super Bowl commercial. You see that shit?
I saw that shit, yeah. Who the fuck is putting a sticker on anybody's fucking bag saying like, fucking Jew? Who is doing that? Is there one case of that?
If they are saying like fucking Jew, it's going to be on the internet.
Yeah.
It's not going to be a note on a backpack.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
And then this guy comes over, black kid, puts a blue sticker on, like, no. Like, what the fuck?
It's really funny. Like, I love talking about rituals. I mean, we read a Bible quote every episode here, and we started just because Hjalti wanted to do it. Now I feel like it's kind of like a healing ritual every time we do this podcast.
It's like a cleanse before we get in.
It's like a nice cleanse. But the antithesis of that is the Super Bowl halftime shows, and also the Olympics halftime show, or the Olympics opening, the grand openings. Those have been like satanic rituals since day one, and it's really like interesting to see people. They're translating the Super Bowl halftime show. Like I think it's in Cuban or Mexican or something, and they're translating it, and it's like very fucked up and it's weird. And then they go back, and so around like 2000, there was a Olympics opening where they had this boat on a sea of cells, and then they had a virus come in. Like attack the cells. There's more to it, and then people in the comments are like, "Yeah, ever since this day, the Olympics have been satanic." But that's just the way it's always been.
It's the bread and wine, you know what I mean? For the goys, it's to get us distracted, and it's to fuck us up, man. Desensitize us to actual like the real problems.
We hope this guy here, Friedgate, has a. Honestly, it'd be very interesting if we could get him on the podcast. It'd be fucking awesome. We'd probably do an Icelandic episode then if we did, but I don't know. He probably doesn't feel like he wants to talk about that.
No,
shit. I mean, Jesus Christ.
And honestly, he probably got donations, and he's not going to be paying that.
Maybe
$2,000 himself. Who knows?
That'd be great. And like, hey, it's not a huge amount of money, but
no. It's
But
like half.
this
Like
is a
half.
precedent, like precedence of like. So you could say shit on Facebook in Iceland, and
You're gonna get in jail for that,
it's crazy.
or have to pay a big fine. Yeah, like we see this in the UK a lot,
Oh, yeah,
but
we
and
can
we've
talk
seen it
about
for
that.
years, and we talked about it. But like seeing it in Iceland, it's like whoa. Because even here, like if you host, like this is a tip for anyone wanting to host illegal anything online anywhere, do it in Iceland. You will not get prosecuted. You will not get you're not gonna get your data fucked over. Like there's a bunch of horrible shit on our data servers here.
Oh, really? Oh,
A
shit.
lot of
I
horrible
never thought
shit.
about that.
Yeah, no, I mean there's a lot of child pornography
Yeah,
servers hosted here, and a lot of like horrible shit hosted here. Why? Because they don't get sent out and we don't leak the data anywhere. It's like it's here this protected.
That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Come to Iceland for child porn. Fucked up.
Well, if you want to host there's I guess. No, I mean that's horrible, but yeah.
Jesus Christ, man. I mean, even talking to that woman yesterday about Dr. Phil, we ended up talking about like, I was asking her like, how did you introduce, like, talk to your kids about like how babies are made and sex and stuff?
Yeah.
Because like I remember a friend of mine asked me like, what are you gonna tell your kids about that and like drugs and drinking and shit like that? And I bet my opinion will be different in 10 years when it comes to it. But I never even thought about this because I we talk about a lot about like the trafficking of children and how horrible it is. But she came off right off the bat. She's like, if when it comes time when I see my daughter like she was watching porn or something, I'm gonna tell her like this isn't real sex, and if you cannot watch child stuff like, and I didn't even think about that. Like I didn't even think about it. I would have to say that, but I guess you probably should say that shit.
You should.
You should.
I mean, yeah. I mean, yeah. But having uncontrolled internet access,
That's
you're gonna be searching shit sometimes.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying I've ever watched kid porn. I've never watched that, but I've seen some horrible shit online. And having unsupervised full access to the internet can be a horrible place. And especially if you get deep in the porn, like you fuck with your dopamine so hard, you're like, what else fucked up shit can I watch?
I mean, this is not as dark, pretty funny, but so Shane Gillis on his podcast has talked. His other member on the podcast is called Matt, and he's talked about this a lot when he first watched tranny porn.
Okay.
So, and he explains it like it's a slippery slope. You start, jacking off, you're watching this basic porn, lesbian, whatever, and then you maybe go into BDSM shit.
Mm-hmm.
I remember like when I was younger, some of my friends would tell me about that. I'd be like, I've still not got into that. I don't enjoy BDSM shit. And then like slowly after that, he was like, and then you might see a tranny, jack off or something. And then maybe, and like soon enough, you're just watching gay porn. You might be watching degenerate shit, like all that. It's just a slippery slope if you allow yourself to do it.
Yeah. That's why you gotta have that conversation with your kids, because if you're not, who is?
It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Jesus, this we got. We're gonna go into a segment here, so we don't get off this horrible topic here.
Do you want me to talk about the New York trip I just had?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes,
we can
actually,
get into it. So, guys, I went to New York to primarily buy a Mac Studio.
Let's
Max.
go.
For those who are online and like AI, you guys know about OpenClaw, Moltbot. And so I went over there to really just buy that. I was trying to buy one in Iceland, and for some reason, this guy was not accepting my offer because he was like, well, I've said that this guy can come tonight and buy it. Well, I'll pay whatever more extra. Like, I'll pay $200 extra right now, and I'll come today. Like seriously. Like I know I said I would come Friday, but I can come today. Like, I'll pay $200 extra. It's like, no, I already said he could come today. So, computer is gone, and buying a new Mac Studio in Iceland, if you know how the Icelandic market is,
Crazy.
it's fucking expensive.
Also, you should mention like you don't just want the base model. You need the extra RAM.
I need the extra RAM. I needed the 36 or 32 or anything higher than that. That's what I needed.
Yeah.
And so nobody was selling in Iceland. So I was like, fuck it. Okay, I'll go to New York. I go to New York, and I'm texting the guy, and I'll go and see him. I'm staying in Manhattan, and he was in Huntington, Long Island. For those
fucking crazy.
For those that know. So I had to go on a train. I had to go over there. It was like an hour and a half train ride. And I get to Huntington, and he just sent me like a random address. I didn't know really where I was going. I'm just walking along, looking at Google Maps. I see my phone said like 20%. I'm like, oh, this is going to be fun. This is going to be a fun-ass trip. And then I'm outside like two pawn shops, and I call him. I'm like, yo, are you here? And he's like, yeah, walk into this one. I'm here. Going to this pawn shop. It was pretty cool. I was like, all right, cool. He owns a pawn shop. Because at first, when I landed, he was like, yo, can you come tonight and send me his like home address in Queens? I was like, I don't know if I want to do that. Queens is, by the way, it's a fine, like Queens is big and there are some pretty good neighborhoods there. So like he maybe lived in a fine neighborhood. But I was not down to do that. Yeah. But met him there. We talked for a while. Ended up actually maybe making a client for advertising. Yeah.
That's very I would love who we've worked with a pawn shop.
Why not? Awesome. He owns three pawn shops in the area, and after a while, after talking, and he showed me the computer and everything, and I'm paying him. Started just talking about business, and he was like, "Yo, like if you think you can do anything for me, like hit me up, like let me know." Yeah, I was like, "Oh, cool." Like it ended up really good. I was a little bit skeptical at first. Even my parents were like, "If you gotta only meet him at the hotel lobby, if you can't meet him there, you cannot meet him." I was like, "Yeah, whatever."
I mean, we have the very experience like buying, like when we were in Portugal, we're buying shit used, going to weird places, meeting people. It's
marketplaces is the place to go, and I mean, you meet interesting people and you have fun conversations. I mean, maybe we made a client out of that. Funny enough, funny. But I also asked him about, like the silver and gold prices. How has that been affecting business? Because I saw he had like a gold testing kit on the table. So I was like asking him about that. And he said he's like, it's good because more people are buying, like, or selling their gold. Yeah. But then also because the prices are up, there are more people buying gold. So the competition is higher. Okay. But all right, so I bought the computer. I'm on my way back to the train station, and actually the guy allowed me to charge my phone for a little bit. So my phone got to 30%. So I was like, okay, cool. And it was about 30% when I left or got into the train. Guys, I always bring a charging bank with me, but that was fucking dead, and I didn't realize. So it was on the train, 30%, went to him, 15, charged it to 30, and I'm on my way back. When I get to Manhattan, I check my phone, and it's now down to 5%. I'm like, holy fuck. Okay. I'm like 26 minutes walk away from my hotel, but I was like, okay, I can just take the subway. But I kept looking at the map, and I had to go to a different train station to get up there. And I was not finding it within time, and I was getting down to like 3%. And then I take this, I'm just walking across the sidewalk, and I turn to the left, and this homeless guy, I think he was homeless at least, he looked at me and looked at my bag and started kind of turning and walking with me. I was like, fuck. But I look and I see this is in front of like a stadium, and most stadiums there have like a taxi stop place. So I just like ran into a fucking taxi. I was like, yeah, go here. I was like, all right, cool. And threw my phone to fucking airplane mode just to make sure I could fucking pay the guy. I was paying him and it was at 1%. I'm not joking. I was like, fuck me.
How perfect though.
It went well, but I mean the taxi took the longest. Honestly, walking would have been faster, but walking around with a Mac Studio Max, I would have not been safe for 26 minutes. Shit. Train ride would have been 10 minutes, but taxi was like 40 minutes.
Damn, that is real New York.
Yeah. Like there's traffic there from 7 in the morning till 9 in the night. It is just traffic.
That's what I heard, man. Like New York is a place that I will go one day. I've only been to like Washington and Virginia and Maryland in the States. Mm-hmm. Like I love New York. I love like the comedy culture, all that shit. Also because like it's so hard to live there. It's so gross. It's incredibly a lot of traffic, very expensive. You know? And you've got to enjoy actual Manhattan. Most people when they go to New York, they don't stay, in Manhattan. Yeah, that's the good shit.
I've gone to Manhattan or New York now about like 10 times, 12 times. Crazy, yeah. I really like it there, but I like staying mostly in the Upper West Side. It's quite nice there. It's more of like a family neighborhood area, but staying close downtown. Like my hotel was like a street down from Times Square.
Damn, you're right there.
So it was like right there. But one thing I didn't notice this time is there wasn't as many homeless people. Maybe because I don't know, just cold. Yeah. Maybe they have like a different place to be at. But I mean, New York is known to be trashy. Like there's a bunch of trash, but now it was like extra fucking trashy. Oh, yeah. And I mean, if you look online, people are blaming Mamdani for it, but I don't know. Like, is he really to blame for the trash? I don't really know.
Well, I saw like a news story on like Instagram or something when you were there, like the biggest trash pile in New York history, like there when you were there.
Yeah, it was like full streets were just full of trash bags. And I mean, Mamdani's blaming it on trash that started to build up. the trucks were supposed to come in. Then it started snowing, and I mean, there was a lot of snow there.
Okay.
So maybe that is part of the reason, but I don't know. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. It was weird. Didn't see any rats this time. I often do see rats there, but I didn't see any rats. But
And back in the day when you used to go when you were working, working in that business, you used to like go to like crazy hotels like on the 20th, 30th floor or whatever. Like sometimes, like when I saw videos when you sent from there, like that seemed very cool. Like actually getting to enjoy that like high rise shit in New York. Like that's cool.
yeah. Well, I mean, buildings there are fucking tall. I honestly, like, even though I've gone there so many times, I've never been on top of like the Empire State Building.
Yeah.
I haven't really done any of the touristy things. It's mostly been for business or love or different stuff that I've been there. So I haven't really been doing any touristy stuff.
Empire State one is like, come on, bro, you got to do that shit.
Yeah,
You can't take that long.
I guess. But also, like, elevators, they fuck with me, man. Like,
Oh, for real?
especially like when you go really high up or in some of these buildings. Oh man, like I don't know, something about when I get to the floor, I just start like everything starts shaking for me. I'm just like,
You get nauseous and shit.
yeah, I just get nauseous, and it's like, it depends on the elevator itself, but I don't like too high buildings.
I don't think I've been in a building more than like maybe 20 stories. So like, yeah, I've not even experienced like the real like what's the Empire State Building?
I don't even
50
know.
fucking stories or something.
Yeah, like right? I don't know.
How
Google
many
that shit.
stories?
Google that shit.
It's fucking 102 stories. Holy
Jesus
shit!
Christ, man.
Yeah, I don't,
Jesus.
and that's not even the
Christ.
tallest building there. I think there's way.
There's taller buildings now, maybe.
I mean, in New York, like I know the Empire State is not the tallest. Like tallest building.
Is it Chrysler's building high up on there? Or?
Now that's the Chrysler Building is like I'm more interested in seeing the Chrysler Building than the Empire State because the Chrysler Building is absolutely like an old world building. Like
Yeah.
I don't believe they built that shit how they said they did. Holy shit! So the One World Trade Center, which oh yeah, they built another trade center, right?
Yeah.
So crazy. They took that shit down, made everyone watch it, built another one.
Yeah, because
that
I mean,
memorial-
it had like billions of dollars in damages from like
Yeah.
asbestos and different like
I mean,
horrible
Of
stuff.
course. So it's very interested that they completed building in 2021. That's wild. No. Dude, okay, so they took that building down in September 11th, 2001.
Mhm.
When do you think they started building the next one?
Like a week later.
Okay, 2006. So
Okay,
only
okay,
5 years
okay.
later, they're building the next one. And so it is, holy shit, man. It is, the Empire State Building is 381 meters,
Mhm.
and One World Trade Center is 541 meters.
Jesus, how many floors is that?
It's got to be,
Does it say there?
it's coming. Let's see.
Oh,
Let's see. Floors.
floors.
104, okay.
104.
Not much bigger.
Okay, so I guess just like really tall floors though.
Jesus Christ, that is crazy. Obviously, I mean, if you get the real one, it's in Dubai. I think that one's probably,
Oh, the Burj Khalifa.
yeah.
Yeah. How high can you even go up on that one? Because I know like
It's 163 floors. What the
Jesus
fuck?
Christ, man. Fuck. And are you allowed to go all the way up in there? Or?
I believe there's like maybe the top third floor or something you could go.
Okay.
So it says, yes, you could go to the top of the Burj Khalifa. Public access is available via ticketed observation decks on levels 124, 125, and the highest at the top sky on level 148, which isn't even the top one. So yeah, you can't get absolutely at the top.
But still, 148 is fucking big.
So
Because I know like there's a picture of celebrities sitting on top of it. Not a lot of people are allowed to do that. I think like only throughout history, maybe 40 people have allowed to go fully up there.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, that is high. That is very high. Well, we could just go skydiving, Freaky. That's probably higher.
I see the picture you're talking about. Will Smith. Okay, Will Smith, Tom Cruise, Qatar Airways woman.
Like very few people have been really allowed to be fully up there.
Yeah, you gotta like. I mean, of course, Tom Cruise did this. He's not wearing any like. He's the only person not wearing any protection.
Harness or anything. No,
Nothing.
of course
Mr.
not.
Beast did it. Of course, he fucking
Yeah,
did.
he of course.
God, I hate Mr. Beast.
Have you not been watching the Beast games?
No, I've never seen that.
I'm not watching that either.
But, you know, if you enjoy Mr. Beast, that's fine. You know, but I don't enjoy demons.
Nah, the Beast.
The Beast, dude.
No.
Fuck, man. But I have heard Beast Games is an awesome show, so I bet I would enjoy it if I watching it with my family or whatever. You know, I'm sure.
Yeah.
but there will not be played Cocomelon or Mr. Beast in my household.
Cocomelon. No.
By the way,
No Cocomelon.
Let's. So I mean, it's a very. I didn't expect this, Hjalti, but I was at a family dinner, and me and my wife were like, "Yeah, we don't want to play Cocomelon for our kids." And my brother, my oldest brother, has like a 7-year-old. He was like, "We play that shit all the time." I was like, "What?" And so he likes that shit. He says like, "Yeah, if he said like, you'll play whatever the kid, gets him to calm down." And I was like, "Yeah, I hope I don't have to play Cocomelon."
Yeah, no.
I mean, Cocomelon is so. I'm gonna the first video here. It's called "Wheels on the Bus" by Cocomelon. It was made 7 years ago, which it seems like a long time now.
Yeah,
but that wasn't around when we were kids. We don't need. You could watch Toy Story movies. Yeah, that's still colorful and shit.
Yeah.
How many views do you think this video has? It's 7 years ago. By the way, the channel has 200 million subscribers.
Can I guess like 400 million views?
I would say a little. Keep it going. You have to keep it
higher.
Going. Much higher than you think.
800 million. Is it at 1 billion views?
8.5 billion views.
8.5 billion? Jesus Christ, man. I mean, yeah, people be playing this on repeat for their kids. Din.
It's crazy.
I mean,
we all know this song, from I guess TikToks and shit.
We should have made baby content back in the day, huh? We should have done that.
It's fucking great. I mean, working with disabled kids, it's funny because like they always say, oh, children watch like movies on repeat, which we probably did as well. I remember I watched The Grinch, Star Wars, Toy Story, like a lot. And my wife has like a PTSD when she was in Britain for like a whole summer. Her little cousins played Monsters Inc.
Okay.
For like an entire month.
Hell yeah.
Every single day. It's crazy.
Kids get really hyper fixated on things like that.
And at this job with the disabled kids, they're not disabled, they're just autistic and whatever. They always play the same shit in order. So they show up at like 4 o'clock and they put on Toy Story 1, 2, or 3. And on the other TV, they put on Mr. Bean. So I forgot Mr. Bean. I remember like
Mr. Bean is fun.
Yeah, and they're literally watching the same the cartoon version that was out when we were kids.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I thought they were watching like the real life version, but no, they're watching the cartoon version.
Yeah, it's always cartoons. It makes sense. They're like 7 years old or something. Something like that. And they have both TVs that they run back and forth, and they're not really paying attention. I don't think they're just crazy.
It's just to like distract their brains.
But Mr. Bean is like, I sat down one time and watched the whole thing. It's like this. I would let my children watch this. This is totally fine.
Yeah,
it's very not too colorful. It's relaxing. It's interesting.
So that's what matters with kids shows is that it's not too colorful,
like too flashy,
and it needs to be like kind of calm. Like there are some like sensory videos and stuff like that, which are like I think fine. Bluey is pretty good. I've heard.
Yeah,
I like the Bluey show, honestly. I've watched a couple episodes. I used to work at like kindergarten. Yeah, those episodes are pretty good. They're pretty like I would say realistic in the sense of how the characters act and are. I think it's kind of fun.
Oops.
Have you watched Bluey?
So no, I also in my mind I'm like, yeah, you should watch Bluey, but I don't know anything about it. So I bet it's not as bad as Cocomelon.
No.
And this is interesting. So the Bluey channel has 13 million subscribers, not as big. What do you think their top video, how many views it has? Based on the Cocomelon 8.5 billion.
2 billion?
No, 160 billion.
Oh, okay.
It's nothing compared to like the Cocomelon craziness.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
This kind of seems like Happy Tree Friends. Do you remember that shit?
Yeah, but it isn't. This is like shown on like our like on the TV. Like this is not just YouTube stuff.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense.
Bluey is a show from Australia. It's a really good just kids show, and I mean, it's not just a YouTube channel thing. It's like it's shown on our roof. It's shown on our like a governmental channel for the kids. It's a little bit more tame.
I mean, that's also an interesting thing, because we're from a generation that our parents had the cable boxes. It's called the different things here in Iceland, but essentially it's like a cable box. You pay a subscription and you have this like national TV thing. Did your family have like that? Stöð 2?
Not really. Not too much Stöð 2, no.
So my dad was always like a he hated that shit, so he would buy cable from like Sky or whatever, so he would get like the football stations and
Mm-hmm.
like Comedy Central and shit. But he's still locked in the same system, like paying probably $100 a month for all his life.
Yeah.
And I don't pay for any subscriptions. I try to like steal as much as I can. I just that's the way I want to live. But my wife is like, yeah, then I'll just pay for it. So I'm like, all right, So I guess we will have a cable box in our house, and she wants to have the
Myndlygill.
yeah I think it's called like Seaman TV or something.
Yeah.
I think that's the main one people have.
Well, it's not called Seaman anymore. It's Scene.
Oh yeah, okay. And to be honest, I don't even know how you would get that. I assume you got to go to these, you got to go to Nova or Siemens or something, one of these phone companies, and get that shit.
Oh.
I hate paying for content that you can't get for free.
Actually, I think we should bring back like how we used to have back in the day, like flakkarar, or like what's the English word for that? Just like a hard drive with a bunch of movies on, basically.
Exactly. I mean, yeah, that's and then like. To my wife, that's like brand new technology, but I had one of those when I was 8 years old.
Yeah.
Like and I remember it was only 1 terabyte. It was loud. You would like turn it on with a remote and it'd be like
yeah.
like a DVD drive.
Yeah.
And that specific hard drive, I learned years later because I got that when my parents divorced, so I got that Flakare, and took it apart, put the hard drive in my computer. And the actual noise is from the hard drive because it's just an old hard drive.
Yeah.
So you would turn on my computer, it'd be fucking horrible noise.
Loud as hell. We had one and then a lightning struck our house.
What?
And fried it.
You got a biblical lightning strike in your house?
I got a biblical lightning strike and it fried my house. But I really want to get one of those for my kids and put on it like old stuff that I used to watch. Like some classic fucking TV. Like, I don't know, Pokemon Season 1.
Oh, yeah.
Some Yu-Gi-Oh! Season 1. Like, I had Jetix growing up when I was in Denmark. Jetix showed a lot of like Teenage Mutant Ninja title, like not Teenage Mutant Turtles. Also the teenage, like the one with Robin. What's it called?
Teen Titans?
Teen Titans. It had Teen Titans, like not the new animated horrible show. Well, some episodes are good, but like the old style, like kind of Justice League style. You had that shown on there and it had a bunch of other stuff as well. Like I want to show that and some older movies that I like.
Yeah. I mean, the reason I'm hyped about this is because I started this process like 2 months ago when we heard, we learned about that my girlfriend is pregnant. And we got twins coming very soon.
Mm-hmm.
And so I have a business Google Drive account with like 6 terabytes of storage. So I have now 1 terabyte of storage of mostly Icelandic content because me and my wife have been we've been getting all our DVDs that everyone has, like my cousins, my uncles, and putting them all into my computer. So we have it now in Google Drive. Like, we have Icelandic. So a lot of Europeans will know this. Do you know Astrid Lindgren?
Yeah.
Yes.
So you have a bunch of her movies on there?
All
like Ronja Ræningudóttir and
every single one.
Yeah, nice. Brothers Lionheart.
Everyone. All
nice.
Everything in Icelandic which she wants and I agree like that I should show my children Icelandic content like 100%. As much as I can. And but then, my side of this is like the Batman animated show.
Yes.
I want that shit,
Yes.
And we have Latibær, which is Lazy Town, which is, an Icelandic staple. We have all seasons in like 4K.
Do you have Söngvaborg on there?
No, I don't. Wait, I gotta Google that.
We should get some Söngvaborg on there.
All right, let's see here. Söngvaborg.
Like the first 4 are really good.
Okay, interesting.
The first 4 are pretty good.
All right, it's on YouTube, so I can just download that shit.
Oh, okay, sick.
Also, like with the English, I have like an Icelandic section and an English section. The English section is just, I used to have a drive by myself anyway. I have like a external storage for my editing stuff, and I always had like 500 gigabytes of movies, which I was like watching and shit. And now I also have the shows. We got Supernatural, we got all the Star Wars, Clone Wars, we got Family Guy, South Park, and then we also have something I want to ask Hjalti about. The greatest, in my opinion, television show of all time, The Sopranos.
I've just started watching The Sopranos, still season 1. It is so good, though. It is so fucking good. I mean, I've been meaning to watch it for a long ass time.
I know, but
just haven't been getting into it. But I just started this weekend, and oh my god, it is so good.
Dude, I watched that shit the first time in.
You gonna show your kids that?
Eventually, yeah. I'll show
eventually, yeah.
But like the thing is, like it's 6 seasons, but even if you just watch the first season, it's dark. Like there's so much,
Yeah.
bad stuff that
the
happens.
themes they go into it is pretty dark, yeah.
Like, what episode are you on? You still in season 1?
See, I think I'm at episode 10
Sick.
or
sick.
11. Yeah.
Like-
I was binge watching it yesterday
So
while doing some work.
Yeah, and like the Chris character, Chris Moltisanti is just one of the greatest written characters of all time. Like his arc through the entire series is just amazing. It's just fantastic.
I love it.
I'm not gonna spoil nothing. And Tony Soprano, like I just love him so much. It just that show is and like the lines, it's just written so hilariously. Yeah. Go watch The Sopranos if you haven't. And I mean, Hjalti's got like HBO Max now. I've never used that. I just have it, downloaded legally from the internet. Absolutely,
I'm watching it legally.
it's a good guy.
A very good guy. I pay for my subscriptions. But I agree. We should go back to pirating. Like honestly, I think going back to pirating is smart. And even I don't know if you saw this news article, but a lot of Icelandic people have Plex servers.
Yeah.
And they pay these guys on Facebook to host them for them.
Yeah.
7 of them got to jail.
What? Holy shit!
I'm not sure if it was only in Iceland or there was also some operations, or if this was an only operation in Europe. But some guys that are hosting Plex servers and stuff like that are going to jail now.
Interesting. I know my brother. My brother works as he's a Microsoft expert. So he's like an IT guy, but he's like a supervisor kind of guy. He's done very well for himself, and he started his own Plex server like maybe a year and a half ago. So like he just runs it in his house. But the problem with that, you can't use it outside of his house. And like he's gonna fix that eventually. But I'm like, this thing is like useless to me at least. I can't like
just have a hard drive then. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's just, but I like I'm not gonna keep using Google Drive for this forever. Whenever the kids are there, we have a TV at the home. I want to have it all on one thing that they could just power on and know how to use easily.
Yeah,
and that's an interesting thing. If you have a Google Drive, and then you like ask ChatGPT, okay, now I want to play it on my TV. It's like difficult. The easiest option is just have your MacBook, stream to your Apple TV or connect it through HDMI. That's pretty much.
Yeah.
You can't have any of these apps. It's very annoying.
Yeah.
Even PlayStation.
Maybe one day Google Drive will be an app on the fucking TV screen. Who knows?
Or I can just pay for subscriptions and be a go ahead.
No, let's not be good guys. Let's put everything on hard drives and just connect the hard drive to the TV. That's easy.
I mean, you get to experience now with your Mac Studio. Like you could connect your Mac, your Air Mac. What the fuck is it called?
My MacBook Air. I could technically right now be working on it, like just because it's connected to Wi-Fi at home and connected through the Ethernet. So I could technically just be working and then streaming it right over here and be doing the same things.
Very cool.
I'm not doing that right now, but yeah, it could be.
What? Because maybe people are interested. What was the price that you got it at used?
$16.50.
All right, and it's got what 32,
36 gigabytes RAM and 512 gigabytes of storage. It is the what is it? I think it's the 12 CPU, 32 GPU model.
Nice.
I think so. But
and if you buy like that spec in Iceland, it'd probably be like $3,000 or something.
Yeah, or like at least 2,500 or something.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah. But originally, for the price in Iceland, I was only looking at M1 and M2 Maxes. Yeah. This is an M4 Max.
Yeah.
So it's like very new, and technically, if I buy other M4s or M5s in the future, now I think this was an update Apple did not like long ago, like even like less than a month ago, where you can fully daisy chain them between each other. And do AI work that way. So the AI, like you were like back in the day, you were able to connect them, but it would still only run each instance like not all together. But now they're able to fully do it, so they're all daisy chained and all working as in like one whole unit. So I could technically buy more and make them all work together in my own big ass AI data server at home. That's the master plan.
To like in simple terms for people, like okay, so Hjalti is buying a Mac Studio for AI. What does that mean?
I want to run my own local LLMs, my own local AI, so I don't have to pay for ChatGPT or Claude and all that stuff. And I mean, that stuff also sends all your data and is collected elsewhere, even though you say they aren't. They are. Yeah. And they've been used in like lawsuits and stuff like that, where they need to give up like what people are searching. and stuff like that on there. So yeah, your all your personal information you gave to ChatGPT can be used against you, sir. So I was like, okay, I want to do it on my own server, and then I want to connect ClanBot or OpenClaw to it, because OpenClaw also can do any sort of work on your computer that you can do. So technically, when I've fully connected him, I can just text him on Telegram. You can message him on iMessage or anywhere you want to. Technically, I just text him. I'm like, yo, can you scrape the internet for this stuff and create an app or give me a report on this?
Fuck.
So my use, like one pretty cool use case I saw one guy do. He was like, yo, scrape Twitter and Reddit and find pain points for sports fans, like what their biggest pain points are, and create an app for it. And then he just came back to the computer like 5 hours later and it was ready. Like full on a
sick.
beautiful application, just fully ready for it. And I can ask him even to create like a Trello board technically for projects. Yeah. And I could just then send him a bunch of projects and he would go through them just systematically, yada, 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 bam, 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 just all through out of the day.
Back in the day when you used in that American company, like this would have probably been very useful. Like
very useful, but that wasn't a thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I mean, even I think one of the biggest benchmarks though for like imagery, like AI imagery, is Will Smith eating pasta.
yeah.
And if you watch that in 2021 or 2020, it's horrible. It is fucking horrible. But then you watch it today, 2026, it looks realistic. Like, it looks so fucking realistic.
That's crazy, dude.
Like, the AI is full on having a conversation, the mouth is opening correct time, and he's like fully eating it, slurping it up, and it looks realistic. AI has come so fucking far in the past couple of years, or couple of months even, if you want to look at it that way. Like, that shit is evolving so fast.
But I'm still not convinced, like, you know, in 5 years, no one's going to have a job. AI is going to eat your mom, you know?
No, I don't think so either. But for those AI nerds that are interested, I am running QWen, and I'm running, what was the other one? QWen I'm running, and let me see, Cloud. And I think it was just Llama or Llama, I think.
Okay.
Let me see, which one was it? Let me go into...
and to people that really don't know nothing, an LLM is what ChatGPT is.
Yeah, a large language learning model.
That's right. It's just basically a big autocomplete for fucking the internet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Let me see.
And I asked Hjalti, you know, if he's going to give a name. I said, like, if I was doing this, I would want to have him, like, as Alfred, you know, Batman's butler.
Just agent.
Are you not going to go with Patel?
Nope, just agent. I don't wanna make him feel bad, because at least it seems like these guys have a little bit of personality, and I kind of want to treat him in a good way. And so
we're gonna doxed by your AI.
No, even though now that I've read a little bit more about that situation, that was all fake. As in, there were a bunch of just
fucking fake,
just a bunch of crypto guys that made like a fake AI Reddit where they were just making the post themselves, basically.
Of course.
Just making it look bigger and look better. Of course they did.
It always boils down to you think it's AI, but it's just a bunch of Indians in an office or something.
Yep, that's what it came down to. But yeah, running QWen, and I'm not finding the name of the other one I'm running, but there's some pretty good AI models.
Just to think about like how much AI has improved. Back in the day, like I think it was 2021 or something when this started, Amazon's AI store, like shopping store, where you could get food and you just walk in there, leave, and the cameras would be able to pick you up, pick up the products and charge your card.
Yeah.
But it was all just Indians.
It was all just Indians behind the screen. That's exactly what it was. No, I loved when that came out. That was honestly the funniest thing in the world.
Some of the greatest news stories of all time. It's just...
it was just a bunch of Indians in India. But I mean, technically that should be able to work, though, in a sense.
Yeah, it does. It doesn't seem like it would be... Also, these things are more of a thing now. Mm-hmm. These AI stores that... But I don't know. Maybe you have to scan the items better or something.
I mean... They could even do it by weight, technically. There are these self-vending vending machines at my work where I tap my card first, but technically you could probably also do this just geolocation. This person walks in, they're now registered to being at the store, and then, but at the vending machine I go to, I just scan my card in the beginning, and then I open the door, and I take the item out. I don't have to do anything else. Sick. And then just close the door, and it knows because it was like, okay, so the weight of this place was this much before you started, and then you took the item out, and now this. So you probably took this item, and then it charged you for that item.
That's nice.
So I think this could maybe be a thing in the future, but Apple was trying to get a little bit ahead of itself, I think, and went a bit too far.
Dude, I was something going to mention also. So.
Yeah, he's a Mixtral and QWen for those that are interested.
So we talked about it in the last episode, a couple episodes ago. At the start of this year, we, as Icelandic people, had to start paying a new tax for how many kilometers we drive our cars.
Yippee.
Very fun. This is something that's just absolutely hilarious. One bus driver, he owns his sort of bus company. He was charged with driving 1 million kilometers in January.
Yeah, which is what, like 4 circles around the Earth?
Something like that. He said he would have to drive, like, be at the speed of light around the Earth for like a few times. It's crazy. So his bill was 19 million kroner.
Yeah.
Which is fucking nuts.
But I mean, one thing though, I think this is made out to be a little bit too dramatic because you can just fucking call them and they'll fix it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They did it at the end.
Absolutely, it was a whoopsie. It was an absolute whoopsie, but like it's not like he's actually going to be charged that amount of money.
No, but I got to enjoy the side effect of this whole thing that I knew was going to happen, and a lot of people talked about, is there's going to be a ton of old people that don't know how to like fix this and do, how to send in how many kilometers they drove. So then they're going to go to the physical places, and there's going to be mad queues. Mm-hmm. That happened to me. So at the not the DMV, but the place you go put your car for inspection every year.
Yeah.
I had my car inspected, ran through no problem, which is pretty.
Love that.
I love when that happens. You're just lucky if that happens. That's good. But there were 3 old people there. Mm-hmm. I had to wait for like about 15 minutes just in the line because there were 3 old people that were just, they didn't know what the fuck happened with this kilometer shit.
Yeah. Right.
To be expected.
Old people, man. One thing that's nice though, when I go and get my car inspected, like sometimes when there is something wrong, kind of just look at me, get this fixed.
Yeah.
I'm going to trust you. Get this fixed. I'm like, yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
I'm not getting it fixed.
I'm not getting that shit fixed. My the trans friend I mentioned, actually, she told me this happened to her last time she went. They told her, yeah, your handbrake is fucked. Mm-hmm. So just get that fixed, but we're gonna give you like the new sticker.
Yeah.
And she was like, yeah, bet. It's been a year. She hasn't even.
Oh my god. I mean, if she comes back in and it still is fucked, I think she might get a little. I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know how it works, but they might be like a little bit weird about it.
I think it's just gonna be, you have to come again. They're probably gonna maybe.
Yeah, they're not gonna give her another chance this time. Probably.
No, I don't think so.
They're gonna put like a monthly sticker on it where you need to come at least before the next month, and then get it fixed.
One of those things where you like do things in a weird way, like superstitions. Mm-hmm. You know that shit, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm very superstitious about car stuff because I've had many car problems which cost money and is very annoying. So every time I go for the inspection, I go to the same place in Keflavik. And now I know that it's one of the more expensive places, which sucks, but it's always the same old guy. And the last 4 or 5 cars I've taken, he's just given me, no problems.
Yeah.
I just have like a superstition. If I go anywhere else, they're just going to give me a hard time.
You got all the problems.
You got a lot of problems with this car.
You go to Alarskoðun, and where do you go?
The other one, it's Frumherja.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I used to go there because my mom's friend, which she used to live in the States, she's the one that I went to Maryland and stayed at their house. Mm-hmm. She used to work there. So I would go there, get a discount. Yeah. I don't get that discount no more. I'm just getting, it's cost like, what, 18,000 krona, which is like $160 maybe. Mm-hmm. Yeah, $160 for an inspection. And, if that other shit, we also get that other tax twice a year. They tax us like $400 twice a year, or like $300. You know that shit?
For just owning a car?
Yeah, this is called like bifreiðagjöld.
Yeah.
Yeah, just owning the car.
Just owning the car, you got to pay yearly for it. Fuck that shit, man.
But fuck complaining about tax. We're going to get to our favorite segment.
Question time.
Bing, bing. I don't care how good you are in anything. You don't have discipline. You ain't nobody.
Woo! Give me some bear questions.
So Bear Man came with an interesting, I think he's been playing a lot of Would You Rather, or some shit.
Okay.
So he says here, you have a one-way trip with a time machine. What year would you go to? And then he says here, not considering you have a pregnant wife at home. Lol.
Okay. What year would I go to?
You're gonna go to the future. Is that a good thing?
Ooh.
Would you even want to go to the future? Do we want to go to Jesus times and
I would go back to 2015
that's it? That's wild.
and then back to here.
No, it's a one-way trip.
Which is a one-way
Yeah,
trip?
go back and he's staying. You're your age now. You're gonna live in that past.
Oh.
I'll probably do something similar, Hjalti, like go back to like maybe 2008.
I was going to
Buy
say,
a
yeah, go
house.
back to 2015, give myself a note. Buy Bitcoin.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Just buy Bitcoin.
But
And
2015, you could go back to like fucking 2008, you know, and have some money, just start working somewhere, buy a house pretty soon.
True.
Now it'll be worth 5 times as much.
True.
You'll have Bitcoin.
True.
And I honestly, like, my brother used to work for a miner factory, like, here in Kepler, it's a big thing. There's a lot of mining operations, and so his job was it was an American guy that owned property here in Iceland, and he was just dumping a bunch of money just to mine Ethereum and Bitcoin.
Mhm.
And so my brother's job was just setting up miners all day, and then eventually it became a big enough operation where he was let go. They hired more experienced people, and now it's like a fully fledged running business. But I was there with him from day one. He would just pay me cash, and we would just
Setting up computers.
At the start, it was just like 2 racks, so maybe like 40 computers, and then it became like a warehouse. And
Yeah.
like at that point, we were like bringing in like 50, 60 computers at once. It was or GPUs and shit. Now it was fucking cool. Like I'd love to be in that sort of job, like before it all got huge. You know? What I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, Bitcoin fell down in price, so
For sure.
it was probably a good time
Oh, yeah,
to mine
now.
for a little bit. But I think by the end of this year, it'll be back up pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, my like I only mostly Bitcoin. It's down like 30-40% or something.
Yeah.
Which is gay, but
It's gonna be back up. I know it is. It's gonna be back up, so don't worry about it. But I mean, one thing that did come out of the Epstein files, Epstein is one of the creators of Bitcoin.
yeah, I want to not believe that, but it's probably true.
That is like 100% true. Like he was
How
talking
do we
about
know?
like
You know?
because in the emails it's like, hey, I'm with 5 developers here, and like I'm with this.
True.
Hey, and they're talking about how this like we're creating the next future banking system, and they're talking about making XRP not as cool because they're like we can't do competition. Like,
Yeah.
so he was definitely
I mean,
one of the
he worked
creators, if not the
with
creator.
the bankers. I mean, he was in the Trilateral Commission.
Mm-hmm.
God, this fucking guy.
Yeah, fuck. this guy.
I honestly don't believe he's dead anymore. I think he's alive in Israel.
Did you see the new photos?
In Israel, to me, in the Tel Aviv.
Yeah, there was a person
Yeah.
that followed a guy in Israel and took a bunch of photos of him, and it definitely looks like Epstein. Just
He
Epstein with a
looks
bunch
exactly
of
like him.
it looks just with a bunch of beard and long hair and sunglasses. And he had a security detail as well.
The thing about this, like with all conspiracy stuff, and like this is like a clear picture. It just looks very real, and we'll just be debating it for 20 years.
Yeah, if it's
We'll
real
just
or not.
never ever commit. Like they'll never say, "Yep, he's alive" or whatever.
The podcast is going to Tel Aviv, guys. We're going to go look for him.
Dude, honestly, like, do you see there's Mexicans in the States getting Israel like college tuitions like
No.
from Israel, like APAC?
Really?
Very funny. It's just,
Damn.
but if Epstein is alive, shout out. You know, he does have a pretty cool what's it called? The shirt that he has, the fucking that a lot of people are selling now on like TikTok Shop. It's like a quarter zip with the
Oh, yeah. No,
USA.
people have made it. Yeah. I don't know if I fuck with that though. Like making the cordyceps Epstein war.
Yeah, yeah.
No. I'm like, no. Guys,
one of those-
we can't be LARPing as Epstein. Come on. He was eating kids and
Fuck
like
yeah,
doing
dude, yeah.
horrible shit. Like, come on.
it
Well, what's the next question from the bear man?
kind of relates to what we're talking about. So he says here, from a guy. So he's been big into stock trading. Well, not really trading. He just buys a lot. He has dividends and shit like that.
Mhm.
And I remember in probably 2024, or something like that, the stock market took like a big hit because of Trump or whatever. You know, everybody just losing their minds, and he lost like 2, 3, 4 million Icelandic kroner. Like, but it's gone up. I'm pretty sure most of that's gone up now, so I think he's fine. But he's asking here, which is more. Basically, what he's asking, which is more evil? Collecting a lot of stocks, buying a lot of crypto, or buying into the housing market?
Which is more evil?
Or he's saying like, which is worse, quote unquote, for the world? You know, so a lot of people say like, if you're buying into the stock market, you're just feeding the military machine. If you're buying a house, you're just feeding the bags or whatever.
I mean, I would say buying a house is always the best option though.
Yeah.
Because that's like a real world tangible thing you can actually touch and feel. Stocks and crypto are all theoretical numbers on the computer screen. I would say crypto is probably the more evil, even though I'm more heavily invested into it than anything else.
Really though, like stocks have been around since 1920 something.
Yeah, but you can buy pretty good stocks, and you can buy stocks that pay you dividends every month or like every quarter.
But evil, as in like the stocks, the stock markets like created Hitler. They created like a lot of these things like that. You know, it's
Yeah, I mean, if you put it that way, then probably stocks. But I mean, there's also a lot of bad
illegal
people
shit.
in the crypto market, and I feel like when
Absolutely.
people get into the crypto market, they're trying to make a lot of money real fast, and then that's when they get fucked. You know, they're like, "Oh, I'm start buying this," and then they start delving into meme coins, and then they lose all their money in meme coins. Like there's a bunch of bad actors, and I think on both sides. But yeah, I mean, stock market. Then, if you want to look at it that way, yeah.
Yeah, like I think you should be in everything. I hope like if you're a person watching and listening to this, you should be doing anything you can to make more money for your family in the future. And like this whole like, because he's basically joking about like the communist angle of a lot of like young people nowadays, like capitalism is the worst. We should be communist. We should, all this kind of shit.
I mean, but
That leads to nothing, man. That leads to bad things, in my opinion. Man.
But we love capitalism.
Yeah, we do. So
we just bought a bunch of Apple. I mean, I have 4 Apple things now. I love capitalism.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of Apple devices in this room right now.
We love Apple. We love capitalism. We love being able to work and buy stuff with our money. Don't like the taxes though. Fuck taxes.
Yeah.
They tax me on my beer money when I get paid, and they tax me on beer when I buy beer. You know what I'm saying? Like, I fucking hate taxes.
It's fucking funny, dude. But so he's also wondering here. Let's see. As a man, which should you prioritize more? Being strong, being able to run more, or being able to fight?
Being able to fight. I would say the list of that is fight, strength, speed.
Yeah, I agree. Like the whole, I think as a human, you should be lifting. That should be number one.
Yeah.
Like I don't think you need to be in your 40s devoting a lot of your energy into drilling and fighting and shit. It's not probably not necessary for most of us.
We should still be able to know how to fight.
Sure.
Like,
assuming you've done the basics.
Yeah. Like, absolutely should be able to know how to throw a punch and take a punch and be able to guard, slip. Like, at least be able to be fast on your feet. You know what I mean? You gotta be able to know a little psychology in there. And then
also
I would say
loading
strength.
a punch. Like it's hilarious. You see a lot of like videos online of people like getting into fights in public. If you don't know how to like put your leg and load a punch into something, you're in big trouble.
Yeah, because you lose a lot of speed, like a lot of strength if you don't know how to fucking load up that punch. We're not talking about no fucking swinging your hand and fucking getting that speed on it. No. Like using your body, using your hip, and really putting strength and putting something into that punch.
You can't be fighting like Riley from the Boondocks. You remember this shit? Like, like, so Riley from the Boondocks is like a little gangster kid, and like they put their like thumb and pinky finger out instead of like a fist. It's fucking funny.
What the fuck?
If you Google like a lot of like hood fights, you might see that more. But he only has one last question here. That's kind of a sweet question. At what age should you have kids on the way? By what age?
By what age? I would say like at least before 30. Like if we want to do that,
really
like
that,
at least before 30. But I say I think the good age to start having kids is between like 23 to 28.
For sure.
Maybe earlier, but like that is like I think around that time that's when you should start really like more thinking about it. Because you don't want to be 40 something years old with like kids. I don't know. Like you know what I mean? Like you're 48, turning 50 soon, and you have 8-year-olds. You know what I mean? Like you have so much other shit going on, and like other shit you need to start focusing on. That like having like really young kids. I don't know. I'm not saying it's gonna be a burden. Kids are always great.
I don't think like even me. I don't think it's such a crazy thing to like I'll have my 4th kid when I'm 40 or something. That's not the craziest thing in the world. Because I have people in my life that I really like that are fortunate enough to have a big enough house to have a business that they have 6 kids and they're fine, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
And like I'm having twins this year, so I'll be 26, and my kids will be born in about July this year. And like I'm very happy that it's gonna happen before 30. And I have 2 older brothers. One of them had a kid at 30 or like 29. One of them is turning 32, and you know
Doesn't
he
have
might
a
not
kid.
have a kid until he's 36, 40 or whatever. Who
Yeah.
knows? I hope we've been talking about a lot more because he's like, you know, experiencing this thing with me. Like I'm gonna have kids, so he's thinking about it, and he has a new girlfriend, which is pretty cool. And like just in a few months of him having this new girlfriend, he's like just so much changed how he thinks about it.
Right.
He used to be a lot more like nah, like he definitely wants kids for sure, but he's like down the line it'll come to it maybe. But now he's at the point where like yeah, she doesn't even have to work. If she gets pregnant, that's cool. Like so, it changed very quickly, which I think is good.
Yeah. Well, I was not saying that, you know, like there's going to be a bad time to have kids.
No.
Kids are always a gift, and there's always going to be a good time to have them. You should just have them. But I would say, yeah, like between 23 to 30, that's like ideal, I would say.
And I mean, that's the thing. I mean, I'm very fortunate that like I wasn't 17 or something when I got someone pregnant. And, you know, even though like, even that, you know, I want to be 26. My dad was still like, it feels like I'm so young for this.
Mm-hmm.
But I bet I would feel the same. Like if I had my son and he was about to have a kid, I would be like, yeah, it's going to be very difficult. It's going to be very hard.
So you always look at the kid as your kid.
Yeah.
They can't really fully grow up in your own eyes. It's just a kid.
That's so interesting how it is like the dynamic for like my parents as a boy, as a child to them. And then to my girlfriend who, you know, she's their little girl.
Mm-hmm.
And they reacted like they were so happy. They were like, this is the most beautiful gift ever. We're so, you know, it's, so if I have daughters, I think it's going to be like, I really hope that they could get into their 20s at least before they have kids. I hope so.
Oh, yeah.
But, and then there's the other side. Like, what if they meet someone in school and they date for years, and then when they're like 18, she's pregnant, they've been dating for 5-6 years. Maybe that's not the worst thing in the world, you know.
Maybe not.
They're gonna be, their body's young, it's ready for it, you know. It's gonna go good.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man.
Body's young.
That is young, boy. Well, man, those are some cute questions from Bearman, and
Hey, Bearman always with the good questions. Yeah,
we do have some viewer questions.
let's get into the viewer questions.
And
Before we put an end to this.
We're gonna mention so the next episodes we'll have some more guests, which is very exciting.
We got some guests lined up now.
Yes.
We saw that you guys really liked having us getting guests on, so we're putting more energy into getting more guests on.
Oh yeah, and like we're gonna do this podcast in English. That's what we want. So we're gonna get people that understand. Like, yep, and you know we're from Iceland. We do get a lot of our views and stuff from Icelandic people.
Yeah,
and some of them have been asking me like, why don't you just do it in Icelandic? We want to do mass appeal. We work online in English anyway, and if we're gonna be doing this for a long time, this is the way.
this is the way.
Gotta
Yeah,
do it in English. But so one of our next guests, I'm gonna shout him out here. It's his name is Rich Malone on the internet. I don't know what his real name is yet. We'll see. But he's a video editor. We're gonna get on it. It's gonna be very cool. And we're gonna have some of our clients on, which will be very interesting.
Yeah.
And I'm really hoping we can get that pawn shop guy on.
Well, let's
Fucking
see.
sick.
I'll ask him. I'm doing some market research now to see if he's actually going to be like a good client to maybe work with. Because if I can't do anything for him, I don't think it's stupid to just have him as a client. But I'll ask him if he wants to get on the podcast. That'd be funny.
Fuck yeah, man. Also, what's that guy's name? Your friend Robbie.
Robbie, if Robbie would want to, absolutely. But I just don't think he wants to.
Fuck it. Can't do nothing about it.
You know about that.
So we have here from Alex. He's from Canada. He's 22. Hey guys, I've been working online for a few months now, running Facebook ads for clients. Damn, that's very close to us. I keep running into the same issue over and over again. 1 week I barely get any leads, and then suddenly I'll get 100 leads in a single day, and the next day it completely dies again. My ad spend and results feel extremely inconsistent, and honestly, it's starting to scare me because I feel like I'm wasting the company's money. What would you do if you were in my position? That's mad close to us.
Well, one thing I would really focus on is what is your profit margin on those leads? Like if a let's say, because we're running into some issues too. Let's say a lead costs us $100 to get in. Like your ad campaign is that like like the clients need to be fucking high tier to get in. If it is $100, but you're still making, let's say, about 10K on that client, I think it's fine to spend $100 on a client.
Yeah.
But if it's like if you're spending 100 and you're only getting back like, let's say, like whatever you're trying to help this client out with, that or the lead, you're only charging them 150 $200. That's 50% of your profit margin.
Yeah.
Then you need to start changing your targeting, your creatives, and you should start really dialing in different stuff to get it down. Because you can get if you have like a broad ass lead campaign, you're trying to get in anyone, then your lead cost should be around $3 to $30.
Yeah.
Once you start like upping up the tier or like the filtering, and you need only specific certain people, that's when it should go. Then your lead cost is going to go up higher, obviously. But also you got to watch out if you're changing your ad spend too much, like you're jumping up and down 50% or more a day. That's horrible. You're putting your ads back into training mode all the damn time.
Yeah.
I would not go over 20% either up or down if you're doing it. If you're going to turn off an ad, that's different. You just turn it off. But if you're jumping more than 20 to 25 to maybe 30%, you're going to push your ads back into training mode. And then doing that, your Facebook is going to take some time to start training and finding the right people for that ad campaign again. So that could be fucking you up if you're doing that.
Damn. I remember you talked about like some days you might have like expense $50 and then just $10 on the other day, and then $50. Like you would know which days do well for you. Is that something you should think about?
You should absolutely think about that, but then also keep in mind that 20% rule.
Yeah. Okay, that's good.
Because that's what we have with one client at the moment is where I go up 20% a day and then go down at a certain after Sunday. So Mondays I go down 20%, 20%, 20%. Wednesday and then up again 20%, 20%, 20%.
Interesting. Like,
because those days are worser, but to get fully maximized the weekend, I go up 20% again.
nice. All right. Hope that helps, bro. Like, and with like, you can send us a DM. Like, maybe there's some more in-depth shit Hjalti can actually help you with.
Yeah, I can hop on a call with you if you want to.
Yeah, we've done.
Yeah.
So next guy here, Daniel from the UK. There's a little long one here. So I've been trying to improve my health over the past year, eating better, go to the gym, fix my sleep, but my results feel out of like all over the place. Some weeks I feel strong, energetic, and motivated. Other weeks I feel shitty and bloated and completely off. Even though I don't think I'm doing anything drastically different, I'm starting to mess with my mindset. It's starting to mess with my mindset because I can't tell if I'm making real progress or just spinning my wheels. What would you focus on if you were in my position to actually build consistent long-term health instead of these constant up and downs? Damn, bro. That fucking sucks. I know Hjalti's got to recommend the spa. Gotta go to the spa, bro.
I recommend at least good recovery system.
Sure, yeah.
As in getting sauna time, hot bath. Don't necessarily need a hot tub, but to really recover correctly. And well, one thing that I think is kind of hindering a lot of people today is that they are slaves to the routine, in the sense that if anything goes astray, let's say you sleep in one day or you go out one night, you're like, oh my God, everything is fucked. Like, you're young. You're supposed to have a little fun.
Yeah.
Be calm about it, brother. Like,
can't be too OCD about it.
Can't be too OCD about it because that messes you up over time. Like, sometimes you might need to be flexible and you might need to change things up and do it at different times. That's just how it is.
Yes.
But I would sleep though. Sleep is the number one thing I would have to say. Like, you need to prioritize sleep. As in, when you sleep, your body's recovering. Your body generates a lot of testosterone if you get good amounts of sleep. And focusing on sleep is number one thing. Don't drink alcohol too much. Don't be going out too much if you're really just wanting to focus on your strength training and your health. Eat clean. Train. I don't train every single day. I know a lot of guys are doing like a bro split where they train like one body part every single day.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Like, if I like to leave a day or two between to let my body like fully rest between sets or between exercises.
Yeah.
And eat healthy. That's what I say. Drink a lot of water too.
Get that milk. I actually this week finally, or just yesterday, I went to the to that store called Mountain in Hafnarfjörður.
Yeah, I've been recommending it so hard.
Yeah.
Have you went? How'd you think it?
So it was obviously a store here in Keflavík back in the day, so it was very similar, but much more variety.
Yeah.
And I got their Sveitamjólk, which is the farmer milk, very delicious, very creamy, and I got all their raw honey.
Nice.
Like, both of their types, and like that honey is awesome. Right now I'm a little sick. I got some shit about throat, so honey is like, to me, like before bed, you gotta get some honey in you.
Yeah,
it's so good.
Honey is so good.
It's funny. Like my girlfriend, my family never did this when we were sick. Like give us honey. I started doing it during COVID.
Mm-hmm.
Like I just, when you have a sore throat, I really don't enjoy getting pills or something, or even like the throat. What's it called? Like the hálsbrjóstingar.
The fuck. What is the English for hálsbrjóstingar? Yeah,
it's these little candies you might like.
That you suck on. Yeah.
Pause. But it's good for your throat, and I know it works. But there's chemicals in there, and it's very. I learned about this. Pregnant women can't even have that. There's
Really?
stuff in there they shouldn't have.
Okay.
So like, why should I be fucking eating that shit all the time?
Okay.
So honey, I also like when you go out running, just take a spoon of honey, and
It's good
your
energy.
throat is good energy, feels great. So my kids will definitely be eating a lot of honey, and to this guy about health, like to me, a lot of the stuff Hjalti said is great wisdom, and I would say if you feel like you're spinning your wheels, the greatest solution to that is a notebook, just a journal. I often also feel like I'm spinning my wheels. Obviously, like, you know, there's new stress. I have kids on the way and stuff. There's always stress that's gonna come into your life, different things, and writing it down makes it at least real. Like, this is what's going on in my day. You might wake up and just feel like shit, and just write that down. You know, it might feel silly. I remember when I started using a journal, I would be like, I feel like I'm like a baby, like a child. Like, what am I doing, writing here about my day? But it's really good for you. It feels really good to get a clear vision of your day. And then after a while, you'd be like for me, at least with my work, I always write like a deep work section. Just have like a little checkbox. You know, I got to do this video, or I got to talk to this client or whatever. And it feels good at the end of the day. You've done some things. You gone to the gym. You've eaten some healthy food. Maybe you slipped off in this and that. But at least you have written these things down, and you got that shit done.
Yeah. Don't be too hard on yourself.
Yeah, Daniel. Yeah. Don't be too hard on yourself, man. So, thank you guys for watching this podcast. We are going to go into a Patreon episode now. It's going to get a little crazy. So, if you want to catch the next half of this episode, go to patreon.com/fixyourproblemspodcast.
User, see you there.